146. So on your screen you can see the plot where we have on the x-axis the downrange, and on the y-axis is the altitude. So I think altitude has Alok has come down quite substantially now. We are almost maybe in the range of 10 to 20 kilometers. And velocity also is, yeah, I think maybe. So a very close match with respect to the pre-flight predictions, and which clearly indicates the 4 throttleable steering engines, which has been basically designed for this Vikram lander for the first time, has been performing extremely well. And as per the plan, the timeline is going very precisely, 7 minutes 34 seconds. So maybe another 2.5 minutes to go. And we have almost touched the 630 meter per second. So maybe another 500 meter per second velocity is what we expect to get it reduced. At the same time, if you look at the downrange, it has traveled quite close to the landing site now. Just we are maybe 75 kilometers away from the actual landing site. When the maneuver was initiated, we were almost 600 plus kilometers, and and quite a velocity, and I think it has been getting reduced quite substantially. The one thing I would like to just mention here, during the descent phase of operation, as I mentioned, the rough braking phase is the real brute force of velocity reduction. And since we are trying to bring an object from an orbiting around the lunar surface to have a touchdown, there is a need for us to reduce the velocity. It's something like braking, and quite eventually the job is being done now. Maybe it's around 450 meter per second, and another 2 minutes plus to go. In fact, I think when we reach an altitude of almost the target for this particular rough braking phase is to attain an altitude of 7.4 kilometers. When the velocity should have touched almost 146. So maybe another nearly 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute to go.
जी हाँ, लगभग एक मिनट की दूरी पर हम लोग करीब जो लैंडिंग साइट है उससे करीब 50-60 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर होंगे, और जो ऊंचाई है वो भी करीब 10 किलोमीटर बच गई है, और इस समय जो वेगमान है वो भी करीब 376 मीटर प्रति सेकंड है. इसे और भी कम करना होगा, इसलिए जो चारों इंजन हैं वो भी अभी तक प्रज्वलित हैं. हम करीब 7.4 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई पर जब पहुंचेंगे उस समय जो एब्सोल्यूट नेविगेशन फेज है वो शुरू कर दिया जाएगा, और ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होगा. इस समय जो लैंडर है वो थोड़ा सा अपने अक्ष से झुका हुआ होगा, और लगातार इस समय हम सारे वैज्ञानिक, आप अगर देख पा रहे होंगे, 73.3 वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी, और डाउन रेंज जो है करीब 18 किलोमीटर हम दूर पर हैं लैंडिंग साइट से. और इस समय जो इमेजर है उसका डेटा भी डाउनलोड हो रहा है. कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम जो है वो भी बाकायदा ऑन हो चुके हैं. इस समय आप अपने स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे होंगे कि हर वैज्ञानिक लगातार छोटे आंकड़ों पर नजर बनाए हुए है, और आप सुन पा रहे थे तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ 210 मीटर प्रति सेकंड की जो वेगमान है वो कर लिया गया है. और रफ ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम जो है, रफ ब्रेकिंग जो फेज था वो लगभग अपने अंतिम दौर पे.
It's finished. So we have finished the rough braking phase now, because the target for that was 7.4 kilometers and the velocity was nearly 140. So the Vikram lander has successfully completed the rough braking phase, and now we have entered the next phase of operation, which is the absolute navigation or attitude control phase. And this particular event is going to last for nearly 38 seconds. And the 4 throttleable engines are continuously on, and we see the velocity is something like 86 meter per second, and roughly 4.43 kilometers away from the landing site. So all going well. Just awaiting the announcement for completing. Yes, the rough braking phase has been successfully completed, and we have entered the next phase of braking operation, which is the fine braking start, which is going to basically commence from 5 kilometer altitude, and this particular operation is going to last for nearly 96 seconds, wherein the Vikram lander will be reaching an altitude of just 400 meters above the landing site for initiating the vertical descent operations. So we are almost 11 minutes 52 seconds after the descent operation has started. Just awaiting the announcement for the end of fine braking phase.
12 minutes.
Maybe in another few seconds we should hear the announcement that the fine braking phase of operation has been completed, and we expect at the end of this the vehicle to reach an altitude of almost 400 meters. And the velocity right now, if you look at the plot, we have the Vikram lander has a horizontal velocity of nearly 48 meters and vertical velocity of 60 meters per second.
जी हाँ, करीब करीब 12 मिनट 30 सेकंड का समय व्यतीत हो चुका है। हम लोग काफ़ी नज़दीक चंद्रमा की सतह पर, और फाइन ब्रेकिंग जो है वो है फेज़ है वो लगभग ख़त्म होने की स्थिति में।
Just waiting for the confirmation for the fine braking end.
तनाव भरे क्षण होते हैं जब इस तरह की कोई भी घटना के हम बहुत ही करीब होते हैं, क्योंकि वर्टिकल डिसेंट स्टार्ट होने वाला है। इसमें सारे संसूचक जो हैं वो लगातार अपनी गतिविधियां प्रदान कर रहे हैं।
After the completion of the fine braking end, we will have the vertical descent operations, where the spacecraft will be moved from nearly 400 to 700 kilometers down to the lunar surface.
GCS empty. Confirm the
करीब 13 मिनट 48 सेकंड व्यतीत हो चुके हैं, और एल्टीट्यूड जो है वो लगातार कम होता हुआ।
We're just waiting for the confirmation. The spacecraft, as we see on the screen, is showing the horizontal and vertical velocity of nearly 48 and 59 meters per second.
थोड़े से क्षण जहां पे हमें आंकड़ों की प्राप्ति के लिए इंतज़ार करना पड़ रहा है, जैसे ही आंकड़े प्राप्त होते हैं हम आप तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश करेंगे।
Confirm any signal from station.
Stand by. Negative. No signal from Madrid.
It's view of the mission control center.
सभी के चेहरों पर थोड़े तनाव के क्षण, शायद आंकड़ों के निश्चितता के लिए हमें थोड़ी प्रतीक्षा करनी पड़ेगी।
Once we have the updates from the mission control room, we will come back to you. So we're just awaiting for the
लगभग राधाकृष्ण जी 16 मिनट 12 सेकंड बीत गए हैं, और जो वेगमान है वो